This is my story from $1,000 to 8 million in like 6 years or something.
Sebastian Ghiorghiu has exploded in popularity in recent months, all on social media, but especially on YouTube for his personal success and financial advice. The truth is that he has been on the platform for several years, providing content on different topics related to finance, dropshipping, and cryptocurrency. In this video, we're going to keep it real simple and straight to the point. I'm going to give you the top 5 tips I learned from Sebastian Ghiorghiu on how to achieve financial freedom. It's not rocket science, guys. We all want to be financially free, right? And I'm here to tell you, I've made it to some degree and you can too. But before we get into that, let's take a look at where he came from. So, Sebastian grew up in a not so well-off family, you know what I mean? They moved from Romania to the good old US of A in '88, chasing the American dream. And where did they end up? Detroit, the city of violence and theft. But it's not all that bad because despite his parents losing everything in the 2008 financial crisis and his mom working as a cleaner to support the family, Sebastian managed to make something of himself. He had it tough. After the crisis, his parents separated and everything seemed to go against him. But instead of giving up, he became obsessed with achieving a better life and becoming a millionaire. He weighed his options and decided to become a surgeon, because in the US it pays big bucks, like $300 to $400K a year, and you get respect and admiration from society. He made a plan: make money to pay for college, become a doctor, pay off his student debt, specialize as a surgeon, and finally become a surgeon and make the money he always wanted. He started off at a fast food restaurant making $8.25 an hour, and finally achieved his first check for $90, which, although small, made him appreciate the taste of having money to spend on what he wanted, which sparked his desire for more. He switched jobs and started cleaning cars, where he learned how to treat people to get extra tips. Sebastian has always been a hustler, and it all started when he was just a teenager. He began by selling car window tinting and then quickly moved on to selling cars directly, earning a commission for each one sold. This guy was willing to do whatever it takes to succeed, and by the age of 17 or 18, he was already making between $300 and $500 a week. With that money, he even bought his first car, an Infiniti G35. His success caught the attention of his friends, classmates, and schoolmates, and he wanted to show even more of his potential. So, he started reselling go-karts and muffins at school and was earning thousands of dollars a week by the time he was 19. He even had 9 paid-off cars to resell. But it was at this point in his life where everything changed. One day, he came home and started watching Stefan's videos on YouTube, one after the other, all night long without being able to stop. It was at this moment when Sebastian realized he had to make a crucial decision. Instead of becoming a surgeon, he decided to become a full-time real estate agent. As soon as the money started flowing quickly, he realized that he was spending too much time trying to sell houses and not enough time enjoying his life. And so he was looking for a way to make some cash without having to work all the time. He came across this thing called dropshipping, and it caught his attention. It's where you don't actually own the products, but you connect the customer with the producer and make a cut from the transaction. So he tried it out, and his first store didn't really go anywhere, but he didn't give up. He kept trying different products and stores, and eventually, one of them started bringing in over $30K a month. He started building more stores and learning the ins and outs of dropshipping and how to advertise on Facebook and Instagram. While all this was happening, he was still working as a real estate agent, but eventually, the success of his online stores made him decide to focus on that full time. But it wasn't until September 15th, 2017 when the world really found out about him through his videos on how to make money through dropshipping and creating your own income. He was growing on YouTube at a steady pace, but then one video blew up and it went viral. It was a tutorial on how to create an online store that could make you over $1,000 a day. That video was #1 on the Shopify theme, and after that, his subscribers just kept climbing. Sebastian found all these different ways to make money, like through ads, affiliate deals, and online courses. He was killing it, and at just over 20 years old, he bought a GTR, which made him even more famous. He was making so much money from dropshipping alone, like $30K a day. But all that dough was taking a toll on his health, so he decided to take a break from social media to focus on getting healthy and getting into sports. By the time he was 22, he had over $500,000 in the bank. But things weren't all good. He broke up with his girlfriend of 5 years, moved back in with his mom and siblings, and went through a rough patch of depression. But he bounced back, launched a Google ad agency, and quickly scaled it up to making big bucks each month. He took a break from social media, but came back with renewed energy and new goals. He was running his agency and subcontracting other workers using the same concept of dropshipping and taking a cut for managing the client and worker. He also got into crypto and was trading and making huge profits like $70K from a single trade. He He turned that 75K into 600K, which led him to jump into the world of NFTs, where he also was killing it and using all that dough to buy fancy cars and houses. And now at just 23 years old, he's living the dream with a $3 million house, driving his dream car, running a successful ad agency that's bringing in millions a year, and traveling the world without a care in the world. But the real question is this for real, or is he just another media guru? After some digging, it looks like the stuff he talks about in his videos on dropshipping is legit, deep and based on experience and evidence, which gives him credibility in the online biz world and in his ad agency. As for crypto and NFTs, there's not much evidence to back him up here, but he's still young and just trying to make some money, which is inspiring to see. He's also teaching others on how to achieve financial independence.
So how much money do you make in a day?
It's like 10, 11,000 per day, every single day.
Wow, that's totally insane, right? But what can we learn from Sebastian to crush our goals and make that amount of money? Before I get into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give that like button a good old smash. And make sure to turn on those notifications so you never miss a single video. Tip number 1, don't let peer pressure control your wallet. We all know high school can be tough, with everyone trying to fit in and be cool. But when you're 18, it's important to start saving as much money as possible and not wasting it on things you don't care about or buying things to impress others. The key here is not to give in to instant gratification. Save money as early as possible and invest it. Trust me, I know it's easy to say no to your friends when they're telling you to live a little, but by saving that extra little cash, you'll be investing in your future. That's what Sebastian did in high school, and now he's reaping the benefits. Sebastian's plan was to invest and generate enough passive income so he can do all the fun stuff that these people were doing, but without having to work for it. He wanted to travel to different countries and attend festivals without having to worry how he paid for it. He did it his way, and now all his friends from high school who used to tell him to spend money on things are now looking to him and wondering what the difference was. The difference is that he saved up money as early as possible. Tip number 2 is especially important for all my young homies out there. Building that capital is key to achieving financial freedom, and is connected to tip number 1. But the key is to take risks early on in life. If you're a teenager or young adult watching this, you're in a prime position to take risks without the added stress of a family or expensive possessions holding you back. You can make mistakes and still come out on top. But if you're like someone who got a family to take care of, taking risks can be a bit more intimidating. But if you're young and just starting out, you got the time to recover from any financial loss. And taking risks often lead to bigger rewards. High-risk investments usually pay out more than low-risk investments. So if you've got the time and flexibility, take advantage of it and go for the big rewards. Just remember, high risk, high reward. And let's be real, winning the lottery ain't the way to go. In your case, you gotta grind it out, get a job, make some dough, start a business, you know what I mean? The bottom line is that you gotta build up that capital because you can't survive on just $500. You need a lot of money invested to live life to the fullest. The third tip is to constantly educate yourself on different aspects of finance and money making. Sebastian suggests learning about different topics like real estate, stocks, marketing, crypto, and more. By having a wide range of knowledge, you can apply to different areas of your life and make it easier to make money. Tip number 4, Sebastian also recommends following and listening to people who have proven themselves to be successful in their financial endeavors, and reading books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which can change the way you think about money. Additionally, Sebastian suggests that you can learn a lot by watching videos on YouTube channels that cover these topics. By learning everything you can about different aspects of finance, you'll be able to make better financial decisions and ultimately achieve financial freedom. Tip number 5 is about making yourself valuable and in demand. The more useful you are as a person, the more useful your skills are, the more money you're gonna make. For example, if you need brain surgery, the hospital is going to charge you a ton of money because they know they're providing a valuable service. But if you're working at Taco Bell, all you're doing is putting orders in a machine, and anyone can do that, so you're not as in demand and therefore not making as much money. So the more useful you are as a person, the more useful your skills are, the more money you're going to make. Another thing to keep in mind is that if you're a teenager, your brain is driven to seek rewards through the path of learning. Studies suggest that this behavior is not detrimental, but rather tied to better learning. That means if you're 16 to 22 years old, this is the prime time for you to learn as much as possible, pay attention to people who are where you want to be, and develop a way to build capital. So in conclusion, if you want to achieve that sweet financial freedom and live like a boss, here's what you gotta do. Believe in yourself, don't give up, focus on being useful, learn as much as you can, and pay attention to those who are already living the life you want to live. And remember, the path to 200 million subs is just around the corner, so keep grinding and never give up on your dreams. But don't think of this as the end of the journey. Oh no, my friends, because we've got another social media sensation coming up and you don't want to miss it. We're talking about the one and only Nas Daily, and we are covering the secrets behind his viral success. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Trust me, it's going to be epic. See you in the next one.